Pastor Michael prayed for a blind woman, and she saw the world again. But the words that healed her were never supposed to be spoken by any human. The morning after discovering the underground chamber, Pastor Michael made himself a promise. He would never touch that book again. He locked the chamber. He went upstairs. He picked up his Bible and prepared for Sunday service. That morning, the church was unusually full. Among the congregation sat an elderly woman who had traveled from another city. She was blind. She had been blind for 12 years. After the sermon, she slowly walked toward the altar. "Pastor, I've been blind for 12 years. Please pray for me." Pastor Michael placed his hands on her head. He closed his eyes and began to pray. Then, something strange happened. A sentence from the ancient book entered his mind. He didn't understand it. He didn't even know why he remembered it. And before he could stop himself, he spoke the words aloud. The woman suddenly gasped. Her eyes opened. She blinked. Once, twice. Then she screamed, "I can see!" The church exploded. People shouted. People cried. Some fell to their knees. Others screamed, "Glory!" But Pastor Michael stood completely still. He hadn't prayed for that. He hadn't even known what those words meant. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the book. Coincidence, he told himself. Maybe God had simply answered the woman's prayer. Maybe the book had nothing to do with it. 3 days later, a desperate father rushed into the church carrying his little boy. The child had never spoken, not once. Doctors had tried everything. Nothing worked. The father fell before Pastor Michael. "Please, help my son." Pastor Michael hesitated. He remembered the strange words, but this time, he refused to use them. He prayed normally. Nothing happened. The boy remained silent. Pastor Michael stepped away. Then, the words returned. Louder. He fought them. He tried to ignore them, but they kept repeating inside his mind. Finally, he whispered them. The little boy suddenly looked at his father and said, "Daddy." Silence. The father froze, then collapsed into tears. The church erupted again. Pastor Michael couldn't move. 2 miracles. 2 impossible miracles. And both happened after he spoke words from the book. That night, Pastor Michael returned to the underground chamber. The ancient book was waiting for him. He opened it. This time, he wasn't afraid. He was curious. Page after page, the book revealed things no ordinary human being should know. Healing, deliverance, wisdom, discernment, answers to impossible problems. And Pastor Michael began using them. 1 miracle became 5. 5 became 20. 20 became hundreds. People traveled from neighboring cities, then from other countries. News stations arrived. His tiny church became too small. The same pastor who once preached to 8 people was suddenly preaching to thousands. People gave him a new name, the Miracle Pastor of Blackport City. Pastor Michael finally had everything he had prayed for: fame, respect, influence, power. And for the first time, he believed the book had been a gift from God. Until one night, he turned a page and stopped. There was a page he had never seen before. It was sealed. Across it, 2 words had been written in fresh blood. The price. Pastor Michael stared at the words. His smile disappeared. His hands began trembling. Slowly, he broke the seal. He read the first sentence, then the second, then the third. And with every line, The color drained from his face until finally he whispered, "No." He kept reading. His lips trembled. His breathing became shallow. Then he saw the sentence that changed everything. "Every miracle borrowed demands a living payment." Pastor Michael froze. He slammed the book shut. "No." He stepped backwards. "I can't do this." He ran toward the staircase. But behind him, the ancient book slowly opened by itself. One final sentence appeared across the page, written in fresh blood. "The debt will be collected, whether you agree or not." Pastor Michael stopped at the staircase. He slowly turned around. For the first time, he understood. The miracles had never been free. To be continued. Follow Tales by Bun for episode 3. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from?